Okay, as you guys can see, hello guys, welcome back to the video. As you guys can see, I just unlocked gold and diamond for my guns. And here, I'm going to tell you guys how to do it in the most effective and best way possible. So here, let me show you guys the classes I have, okay? Or the classes, okay? So before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe. Leave a comment telling you guys if you guys have any classes you guys want to see me do, or more in-depth explanation or anything at all. But anyway, here's what you want to run. Okay, you want to run at least 2 to 3 classes. Now I just have these as quick ADS because I didn't feel like changing the name. So for one of your first classes, you want to have a class where it's pretty much good medium to close range. And here are the attachments I'm running. I'm running the Silk Hollow Scout. I'm running the Eliminator because I want to have a more vertical recoil. Effective damage because this gun can be very fast and strong. I'm going with the vertical recoil so I can have more control over, and I'm going with this. I should be going with this, or I'm going with the stab, but usually you want to go with this. It all depends on what you like. I want pretty good ADS, so I went with the regular 44 round. If you want to go with this one too, you can. Now, something else, you want to have stim shot, flash ring, or stun. You don't need smoke or decoy or anything. Those are the ones that you want, because with stim, if you don't need to use stim, what you actually mostly need to use is stun grenade and smoke grenade, so you can get the camo. I can't remember from this one. You need to kill 75 enemies detected, stunned, or blinded by score streaks, equipment, or field upgrades. So you can run that. You can run. I'm not sure if I didn't try jammer, but I know that trophy system works, or not trophy system, field upgrade works. I know field upgrade works. I know that you can use your stuns and smoke, or stuns and flash, my bad. And for these, you can use whatever you want to. I personally use Semtac and Molotov, but if you want to use something like Tomahawk or whatever, you can. I use tactical mask, so just in case I want to run into like if I'm playing domination or hardpoint, I mean, you can just run into the area, throw a flashbang, everybody's blinded, but you won't be. Now at the moment, when I use tactical mask, it's kind of broken. It doesn't work all the time, but it still works here and there. So it's up to you if you still want to put it on, so that you can kill everybody inside. I run scavenger because with this class, I run around a lot. So I had to pick up ammo, and you can use whichever one you want. For this one, I personally use spycraft so I can hack and I won't get blown up by proximity mines, or I won't get detected by gas mines. And I use danger close so I can get extra lethal for, if you want to, or tactical and lethal when you want to use stun, so you can get more of those and get that one done easier. I use a knife as my I use a knife as my secondary because I actually have fun using knives. But yeah, now the next class you want to have is just the class that you want to use for long shots. Because long shots, I think you need like around 50, which I just got in the video earlier today. You need 50 long shots, right? So I run gunfighter and I run the rocket launcher, right? I run the rocket launcher just because you can run whatever you want, but me personally, I run the rocket launcher. I can see why people run the pistol, so you can, just in case someone runs up to you, you can fight back. But here are the attachments I use, okay? I use gunfighter, by the way. I use the 4 times. If you want, you can use the thermal. It depends on your playstyle. If you personally enjoy using thermal, make sure you have I'm gonna show you guys the perk that you need for it. But you can use this. It's the same thing, but I use this. I use the tac force. I use the my body. I use the reveal distance ADS because it doesn't have any cons. It doesn't drop my ADS. But when you're going for long shots, ADS doesn't matter as much. But because this gives out the most ADS reveal distance, I use it. So that's one thing. Because since it's going to be a long shot class, you're going to be ADSing a lot. So it's really useful. For this, you need a lot of recoil, so I use this. I use the field agent grip. Originally, you can use the effective damage range. You can use the 19.5, you can use the 21.2, or you can use the 20.3. I use the 19.5 because in hardcore, which is the game mode that you're going to be playing, I'm going to talk about that later. This gun that I'm using, the FFAR, is kind of hard to use. So what you want to do is you have to like double fire or double tap. I don't know if that's like, maybe it's just me or what, but I have to double fire to actually kill someone in hardcore. So I try upping the damage. I still have to do that. So if you don't want to do that, it doesn't matter since you're still doing it regardless. with or without this. You can go down to any of these three. These are the like best ones. You can use these two if you're playing Warzone, but those are those. As my body, I use. You guys already saw my body. I use this. As a magazine, like I said before, you can use whatever magazine, but between these two, these are the two best magazines you want to use. You want to use the max ammo because this gun doesn't have a lot of ammo. 44 is a decent amount. It's not that great, but it's not that strong or whatever. Or, you know, it's not like that. So that's what I personally use. It drops my ADS, but if you want to use this one, it drops reload quickness and ADS. So I would decide to go with this one. And the reload time and everything is not that bad, and ADS is still not that bad with this gun. Now, for this one, I use the Raider stock. I personally think is the best one because it's for the fire time and the aim, walking, movement speed. It's way better. But if you enjoy shooting movement speed, then you can go with this one too. And I use stim shot. You should just use stim shot for your long shot class, just in case you get hit. But in hardcore, it doesn't really matter what you use as your tactical, depending on what map you're playing. Earlier, I was using satellite, so that was one thing. And for this, you can just use whatever. And gas mine just in case you need to camp. Proximity mine is good. Field mic, assault pack. It's not that useful since you're going to be doing long range stuff. Stuff like this would be really good. So gas mine, jammer is good. Proximity is good. And trophy system, field mic. Those are good stuff. For perks, I use forward intel. So I can get a bigger mini-map or show a larger area on my mini-map, and I can see when people are shooting. I can see them on my mini-map, which I don't think it works in hardcore, and if it does, I'll be surprised. But if you want to use this anyway, you can in hardcore. But if not, you can use paranoia or you can use engineer. These two are good for you can also use these two perks. It does the same thing with this one, where sometimes flap jacket and tactical mask might not work for you, especially with the combat bow and other things. So also be aware of that. If you're going to go with the one that's long range or close range and medium range, I use scavenger, but you can also use tracker or you can use quartermaster. The quartermaster is way better than scavenger. I don't know why I'm running scavenger for this, but you can use those. For perk, I use spycraft again. You can use ninja. You can use ninja. And for your last class, you can make this class into a HIPFIRE class. I know this is not the gun, but you can make another class into HIPFIRE. You can make more as much as you want.